So we'll just do one more minute, and might be good as we're making space for folks to come in, just to start to ground in the body. You might just connect with the feet touching the earth, see what that feels like. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Zeenat Potia, and welcome to Mind the Moment Tuesdays, brought to you by Point 32 Health and Tufts Health Plan. Very delighted to be with you and to spend the morning in this way. So we have about 30 minutes, and what we'll do is have a little community check-in so we can connect, followed by a guided meditation. That'll be about 12 minutes or so. And we'll close with time for any questions or reflections, and send you off to meet the rest of your day. So as always, please know that anything I offer is an invitation. It's your heart, mind, and body. And so please be aware to do what is appropriate for your system in this moment. And it can change. It does change depending on the day, depending on conditions. And so feeling free to modify and doing what's beneficial or that serves you, and letting go of anything that is not applicable or that you don't wish to do. Okay, so really important to keep reminding oneself that you have agency and choice. So why don't we actually begin with just a very short arrival landing practice. So I'll guide you through it, just finding a comfortable upright posture. I'm going to invite the sound of the bell. So finding some grounding with the bottom half of the body, the feet, your sits bones, feeling the rooting downward. And then consequently, there can be a rising up, an uplift, an uprightness in the spine. So just noticing both inclinations or actions in the physical body, arriving. In Zen practice, they talk about taking your one seat, That's claiming a sense of belonging and connecting in the here and now. And that one seat is an intention that come what may, I commit to being with it, being present with it, to whatever degree you can, right? So this is not, excuse me, it's not a forcing or a pushing or a compelling. It's a commitment, a choice to not abandon oneself in the present moment, regardless of the content of what happens. We can have our commitment, and then it's life, and we're humans, completely imperfect, so we forget, we get knocked over, stuff happens, and then we can remember, we can recommit, and that's our mindfulness. But the very fact that you're here this morning, you've chosen to take that one seat, and please to recognize in this practice the courage that requires. It requires a real willingness just to show up. so many choices of how to spend our time, and 27 of you have decided to show up in this way. And just want to reflect back that I see your strength in your courage and willingness. So let your system know that you see it too. It's good to have moments of upliftment and celebration, and to notice what's working. Hey, this worked. You're here. Okay, so here comes the bell. We'll close out this practice. And then if the eyes were closed, feeling free to open them. Feel free to stretch or move the body in any way that is comfortable for you. Okay, so if you came in while we had already started, my name is Zeenat, and I'm pleased to be with you for Mind the Moment Tuesdays. So let's just have a little check-in. So the practice I'd like to work with today, or the theme, is twofold. One is to recognize the peace of not wanting, to recognize the peace of not wanting, and I'll say a little bit more about that in the practice. And what really helps this recognition, the peace of not constantly reaching, not constantly craving. Something's wrong, let me get that. And our culture pushes and really encourages that. So what helps to cultivate the peace of not wanting is a practice of gratitude and contentment. Recognizing, oh wait, I have everything that I could want or need in this moment to be content. In fact, I have a lot. If I can recognize, and not just when things are going well, but in the midst of the storms, if I can recognize, oh, yeah, I have things that I may not even notice regularly or be aware of, that are here supporting, that are here providing sustenance, nourishment, love. It can really, really change. It can, in a moment, change that craving mind, the dis-ease of the wanting. It can help us drop that. So please share in the chat, if you will, anything that you're grateful for this morning, and we'll kind of lift each other up in the community. So it can really be the peacefulness, the joy, the possibility of gratitude. And please make sure that when you share, you pick to everyone in the chat so we can all see it. Thank you, Loretta, for starting us off. Grateful for my intellect, joy, enthusiasm. Susan, to be able to walk along the sea at dawn. Grateful for my family and health. Nice sunny morning. I'm feeling called to share. Grateful for my graduating senior. Grateful to join here. Yeah, I feel grateful to have eyesight, to have vision, to be able to take in the world. Bird song. Grateful for my partner's love and strength. Grateful for the people that wish me a good day every morning. Yeah, beautiful. And so feel free to borrow and share in the gratitude of this community, of what others are offering, for my creative outlets, a comfortable home, grateful for my health in body. Nice. Yeah, very, very beautiful shares. Okay, grateful for all of you and being together in community. So let's, grateful to music to uplift me each morning. Yeah, often it's the big and the small things. So let's shift to practice. Thank you all for sharing. So finding a comfortable posture, upright, and you can be seated, standing, or lying down. So really choosing what's supportive for you in this moment. And then you can even take your hands and encourage the shoulders back and down, the head and neck as if you were looking straight ahead. The eyes can be open or closed. And then as we get going, I just want you to try a somatic exercise with me. So it's raise your hand and kind of physically see as if you're reaching for something. You're reaching for something that's just out of reach. So kind of, that I just want to show you. I'm kind of leaning forward with my arm. And full present moment awareness in the body with the arm just reaching, and it's just something that you cannot get, and you're gonna keep going toward it, a couple more seconds of that reaching, and then bringing the arm back, allowing it to be loose and relaxed, and then just notice what you notice. Notice what you notice. There is, in my experience right now, there was a relief in not constantly trying to get something. The agitation of wanting, which is different from the peace of not wanting, of just being here, just being with, however things are. This is not about complacency or indifference or bypassing if we genuinely need something, but it's an attempt to bring into balance the mind that is constantly optimizing. Oh, it's too hot, let me adjust the temperature. Oh, yeah, that meal was okay, but there wasn't enough salt. Or if only that person could be less annoying. This constant need to micromanage and perfect any little crack. That's typically how humans operate. So we're learning a different way. So let's just settle back into your body. And really now committing to practicing mindfulness formally in this container. So putting aside any unnecessary worries, judgments, fantasies, planning. We make the intention to put them down. It doesn't mean that they will actually go away, but we have a wish, an aspiration, so important because it can align us in a certain direction. And that's really all we can do. We keep aligning in that direction then. It's like a compass. If we forget, we can realign if we have a direction that we're going in, which is one of the peace of not wanting, the peace of being here, of aligning with the truth of how things are right now. So So feel free to work with a meditation anchor. You can work with the breath or sounds or sensations. But I'd like to offer a technique that some of you may already be familiar with. It's called open awareness or choiceless awareness, where it's not necessarily focusing on a particular anchor and you're not pouncing, trying to get things to grab onto and pay attention to, but rather you're almost resting back. And you can work with this prompt or koan, as they say in Zen Buddhism. Again, it's a question that doesn't necessarily have an answer. It's a question that we explore as part of our meditation. And the question simply is, what is being known? What is being known right now? And the knowing is through the felt sense. It's not through thinking mind. It's not through cognition. It's what is being known. Could be sounds, could be a sensation, could be the breath, could be an image or a thought or a color. And then it shifts moment to moment. So you have contact with what is being known and then you let it go. So it's contact, let go, contact, let go. So just keep dropping in what is being known, what is being known. And then you might forget, you might get caught in something, and that's okay. The moment at which you remember, it's a moment of mindfulness. Oh, I was lost. Okay, just pause. And then begin again. What is being known now? What is being known? And you might drop in that prompt, and then after a while you may not need the prompt because your system will begin to just follow that instruction of knowing, of a receptive, warm, loving knowing. keeping the practice going. What is being known now? Just softening, softening. What is being known now? The last minute or so of practice, a lot of encouragement to recommit to this simple present moment awareness. And if what is being known is something with charge, like anxiety, discomfort, pain, or even overexcitement, you can tag on, anxiety is like this. Just to close the what is being known with actual recognition, really knowing it. What is being known? Fear is like this. That's part of the commitment that we started this morning with, of that one seat, no matter what. Looking that fear in the eyes. It's like this. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It doesn't mean that it's going to go away or you're wishing it to go away. You're just meeting it eye to eye, knowing it to whatever extent your system feels comfortable doing. And sometimes we don't want to see, and that's okay. That's okay. So in a moment, you'll hear the bell, and I invite you to know the sound. Know the sound through the doorways of the sense of hearing. And then whatever other doorways of awareness receive the sound. See, the sense door of hearing is one doorway. We are very sensitive beings, and we can receive in many, a myriad of ways, sound. So if you can, be open to receiving the bell. Thank you for your practice, your dedication, and taking a moment to intentionally transition out of formal practice. Please feel free to stretch the body, to move in any way. You might want to look around your space and take in shapes and colors. And I encourage you to take this with you, if it resonated for you, into your day. And so what do I mean by that? You can microdose mindfulness into your day. So we train in the formal practice together, and then it's not like it ends. You bring it with you into whatever you do and whatever life throws at you or offers you. At any point during the day, but as you're going from working to eating to using the bathroom to talking with somebody, to writing, driving, cooking, whatever activities you're engaged in, you can drop in what is being known. What is being known right now? Drinking water is being known. The sensations of the water going down my throat is being known. Irritation is being known. Just see how that brings in, sprinkling in mindfulness and awareness. We have continuity then, continuity of practice. Your mindfulness muscle, you'll be exercising it, will get stronger. And so it's useful to have a phrase or something, so it's not like, okay, I'll be mindful all day long. It's quite challenging, right? And understandably so. We're pulled, our awareness and attention is pulled in a million directions. So this phrase can become like a little friend or an ally. And especially when there's activation, it can even be a kind of refuge to help us pause. What is being known? Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for being here, and I wish you a fruitful day of practice. Thank you for being with me and for showing up. Be well. Bye, everyone. Take care. You're welcome. Thank you. It's my pleasure.